What's up and welcome to our podcast, Toast to Tea.
We're two friends that love the world of celebrity and pop culture and talking about it with you.
To join our world of celebrity, make sure to rate, like, and subscribe to our podcast. Now hit it!
Courtney, hello. We are finally back. The first episode of 2025. We got our stuff together. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling fresh, delicious, and ready.
I love it.
How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I know you guys have been asking Courtney and I both, when is the podcast coming back? Y'all, it is finally back. We are here. Courtney and I just had to get our little schedules together. We were a little bit busy bees at the beginning of the year.
Yeah, you know what, Maddison? I really want to say I'm so grateful, and to the community, I'm not grateful that we weren't able to record, but I'm grateful that you and I, Maddison, we've just been working, which is something that we always talk about. We're always trying to like secure the bag, strive for greatness, etc. And I'm glad that it wasn't quiet on the work front near the top of the year. Now, when we get into, the town burning down, that's a whole different story, girl.
Right.
That's a whole different thing.
I was going to say, part of our little time in January was because we didn't know how much longer LA was going to be around, but thankfully we survived.
Cute little mini apocalypse, every other year we have around here.
It was classic. It was fires, then we got like almost too much rain. Thankfully now things have leveled out. It's gorgeous today. I asked my ALEXA, I can't say her name because then she'll talk back to me, but I was like, what's the weather? And she was like, today is 83 degrees. And I've said, 83 degrees? I need to get my little tush outside. It's apparently hot.
Maddison, can I tell you what really made me feel like a Bravo celebrity? Which, by the way,
yes.
I have my I Need Andy and a camera mug today, which I literally dug her out of my cabinet. I felt like she was appropriate today. I was such a sporty spice yesterday. My friend Jordan invited me out to come and play pickleball out on the pickleball field, girl. Sure did.
You are a sporty spice.
Yeah, I very much felt like Meredith from The Parent Trap, just like a wealthy, sporty, like
money.
The older, the more mature adults were a little snobby. They didn't really want us,
especially because they take pickleball very seriously. Like,
they were like, oh girl, there's another court down the way if you want to. And Jordan was like, oh no, we're fine.
The beginners actually go down there. They're like, this is for the serious players. Oh no, it's so.
I didn't know.
It's so serious. Oh, you do not mess around with the pickleball. No. I've seen in Kansas City, there's a bar called Chicken and Pickle. It's actually amazing. But they have a bunch of indoor and outdoor pickleball courts, and they have leagues. So I have seen this with my own two eyes, how serious the leagues are.
I didn't know, Maddison.
Oh no, pickleball is no joke.
But I feel
it's
like
not for fun. It's not. I mean, it is supposed to be for fun, but people take it not for fun.
I woke up today and I could see an ab, so I was like, I'm gonna go ahead and play some more pickleball. I gagged. I gagged.
Literally.
I was like, is this what I've been missing?
Yes. No,
sunlight and pickleball.
It's really a good workout. It's a good workout.
I didn't realize. Jordan, Jordan had my girl. I was going to and fro. I was dripping in sweat by the end of it. It was fun.
For sure. I've only done it, kind of where my fans were like at their tournament when they were done for their night, whatever. They're like, Maddison, do you want to try? And everyone always jokes that I'm the least athletic friend. And it's just, even though we all played the same sports growing up, but it's just because now I would say, then I did dance, which is,
I was going to say, your sport is dancing, girl. You just had to find what was good for you.
A different kind of athleticism. So everyone always jokes with like the hand-eye coordination. And Courtney, same thing. I was like, this is so hard. Like, it was fun. But after about 5 minutes, I was like, okay, cool. I learned what pickleball is. I'm okay. I won't be joining a league anytime soon.
I had to put on the Baby Spice voice, like, I'm tired.
Yeah.
I was like, after like 45 minutes, I literally felt like I wanted to collapse. I was like, is my asthma coming back?
That's going to be your new workout of 2025, pickleball. I have a new
pickleball puppy.
I have a new workout that I am embarrassed. But actually, I'm going to say this because I feel like your mom would love this.
What?
So my new guilty pleasure is the Chicago franchise. Have you Chicago Fire, Chicago Med, Chicago PD? Your mom would know what this is.
Watching 911.
Yeah. Okay. I was like, your mom would know because your mom and I have the same taste in television. And it's a Dick Wolf series. Dick Wolf does it. The same guy who does all the Law and Orders, which love him. By the way, he's a billionaire. I looked it up, as he should be. Whoa. He has 78 shows on the air at all times, and they all cross over at 78? Least once a month. Well, I don't know if he has 78. That was
Maddison. We in the wrong business.
He has at least 6. He has
That's insane.
SVU, regular Law and Order Organized Crime, Chicago Fire, Chicago Med, Chicago PD. And I'm sure there's more. And then what's crazy is those will cross over with each other. So sometimes Olivia Benson goes to Chicago to help the detectives there solve crime. Sometimes the Chicago people are going to New York. And then sometimes the fire people.
And it crosses over the audiences and makes them bigger because I'm sure they all have the same tone.
Right. And then in Peacock, I'm having to go all these different series because I have to. Anyway, so my new workout has been I get my little walking pad. I put on my ankle weights. I put on my arm weights. And I power walk while I watch some Chicago shows. And let me tell you,
you toning up.
I was schwitzing yesterday. I was like, I am sweating more than I should be admitting on this podcast right now. But it's my new, I think it's going to be the workout I finally stick to. An hour of television, power walking with my weights on the walking pad.
Yes. Also, Maddison, here we go, community. I have Barry's credits.
Have you been to a Barry's class before?
I haven't.
Okay. Have fun.
Me and Jordan are going to go next week. And then I'm going to report back to you so we can go back. Everyone says that. And I'm like, is it harder than Rumble? Because Rumble, I got to a point where I was pretty okay. But in the beginning, girl, I felt like...
Yeah, Rumble classes are hard. Okay. How are you with running?
All right. I could probably do more running, but I'm pretty all right. I ran in high school.
That's why I did not like it, because you run for half of it on the treadmill, and I am not.
30 minutes of running?
Yeah.
Or 25 minutes? That's a lot of running.
Yeah, you run. I mean, obviously they'll be on the walk for a minute,
but it's high intensity.
Yeah, it's high intensity. I did a Boonda class, which is all about the booty. I did that. Ooh. It was on a stair stepper, and let me tell you, it confirmed I was struggling. So that's why I'm trying to amp up my Chicago workouts, because
I love the Chicago workouts.
I am too. You know, I feel great. I got a good sweat in, did some towards. We'll see. I have 2 bachelorette parties back to back in April. So I'm trying to make sure I look nice and toned. Yeah. I'm feeling
Are you watching Traitors, Maddison?
No.
Madison
I know.
Hill.
I'm a fake ass bitch. I know. Everybody loves it.
Why are you not watching Traitors?
I know. Okay, here's why. Because in solidarity with Holly, she feels some type of way because, they helped Traitors win an Emmy season 1.
Don't tell me they're not having her cast. Madison.
So out of solidarity for my
kidding me?
My girl. No, because it's all talent bookers now because it's all celebrities.
Oh.
So I have not watched.
I need an agent just to even get a call. Damn.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. They would have to bring back the old format in order for her to have a job again. It was the first season that got the Emmy?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't realize.
Mm-hmm. So that's why I haven't. Even though I know everyone's obsessed, everyone loves Gabby. I feel like I see all the clips. I know enough. Gabby, icon, the Bachelorette girl, everyone loves her.
Yeah,
she's quirky, haha. Chrishell,
I didn't know who she was before.
I've just seen her clips pop up on my social media. Tom Sandoval's on there. I saw that he has a really bad sweating problem. He always has. He
literally is becoming the people's champ. Not mine. No shade, Tom. But
he's having a redemption.
You saw I don't know if you saw it, but there's the TikTok series of the girl filming her boyfriend who doesn't know anything about Vanderpump. And then they met, and then it's become this whole positive PR thing. Tommy, I shout out to Tom's management.
Yeah.
Because the special forces, that wasn't redeeming.
No.
This is going to make people like him again, especially because I wouldn't be surprised if he made it to the end, because he's wrong every single episode. In all of his thoughts, every single thought is wrong.
I was going to say it almost opens him up to a new audience. Of people who don't know
who
the
wouldn't
Bravo.
even care to watch Vanderpump.
Yeah, who
He's like
wouldn't even
everyone's
know.
new favorite bro.
Yeah.
I
So for
think
him,
it's almost
probably
like he
good.
has the Schwartz effect. Almost, he's just kind of like a little ditzy, like, and that is what is making people, I think, fall in love, because he's coming across or edited to be like kind of like an airhead, but he's almost like so sure. He's like, Dolores is a traitor, and Dolores is like, Tom's a traitor, and I'm like, y'all are both actually stupid. No shade, Black Dolores, I love you down.
I
But
was
like,
gonna say Dolores will take
I
you
love
out.
her. I know she will. I love you. I love you. Oh my god. But like, they're both just like pointing the finger at each other so far the whole show.
Okay, interesting. That's crazy because I feel like Patterson Dolores would literally beat Tom up. And like
she
win.
also, Dolores playing into the dramatics and theatrics of the traitors is also funny. Like she's like there's a point where like they're gonna be murdered face to face, and like Dolores is like, they better kill me, because if they don't, I'm coming for you. Like, so dramatic. It's so funny.
I love Dolores.
But it's put a damper on the season that I'm now realizing that with the success of that second season,
Tom's about to have a comeback.
That Holly's out of a job.
Yeah.
That upsets me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's why I have it, out of solidarity. But I feel like I've known enough. And I love the like events that they do. How we went to that first one and we got to play I Saw You Got to Go Again. I love that. That is so fun. But yeah, I know.
I got to play Traitors. I know you didn't watch, but I got to play Traitors with my favorite Love Island contestant.
I thought you were going to say with a traitor. I was like, oh my God, who?
No. With my favorite Love Island contestant that everybody hates, named Kendall. And
yes. I'm done.
You know I love Kendall.
Was living.
This is what I want to leave the community with, and then we can finally start the show. Sorry if y'all don't like the pre-tea. I love it. Kendall could probably win the circle.
Really?
Like, I so 100% understand why they wanted him. He just like never shuts up. Like, everything that he thinks comes directly out of his mouth. And that's not a read.
Yeah.
It was just something that I immediately picked up on. He just never was quiet. He just was like I would just like be like, oh my God, what a cold night tonight. Oh, it's giving traitor. Like, just like every single time someone said anything, like you just hear him in the back, it's giving traitor. It's giving traitor. And I'm just like,
I feel like you need people like that though, like for reality TV, or else it doesn't work, you know?
Maddison, 1 year when you have way too much money and a little bit of extra time, I'm going to have you watch that season of Love Island. Because it was
perfect.
that good.
Perfect.
I would watch it again.
Done.
That's how good it was.
When we're in our mansions, for sure. I can't wait. I can't wait to go back and watch the season of whatever.
I swear to God, you're going to see the light. Watch, because I too was in the dark.
I cannot wait. Okay, let's cheers to the tea. Cheers. We're hydrating with a non-alcoholic beverage in honor of Miss Karen Huger. You guys know, I love Real Housewives of Potomac. So does Courtney.
I do.
And we got some Potomac tea that just really rocked our little worlds this week. If you are looking for a Housewives franchise to get into and you don't want like a huge commitment, but you want some good Housewives drama, Potomac is it. I would not.
That's your number one recommendation?
Well, I just feel like it doesn't have as many seasons. Maybe not my number one recommendation, but like not as many seasons as Jersey or New York or Atlanta. I feel like it's a little easier to dip your toe in and then it'll hook you to watch more franchises.
Mm-hmm. People get intimidated when they see all the seasons.
Yeah, when you see 15 seasons, you're like, kill me. But you see 8, 7, it's not as bad. So Karen Huger, who I'm sure even if you don't watch Potomac, you've seen clips of her on social media. She is the older woman who is on Real Housewives of Potomac. What did she say? Triple 20 plus 1. Triple 20
Bless
plus
her
2.
heart.
But y'all, she was sentenced to 2 years in prison this week with 1 year suspended, meaning that she'll actually spend 1 year behind bars following her DUI arrest last March. It was bad. She crashed her Maserati. She had been drinking. She was slurring her words. We saw body cam footage where she was saying some crazy things to the officers. She was calling herself Thomas Jefferson's concubine. Like, she was just, the body footage really, I think, unfortunately buried her. as well as not taking any accountability. Like the whole season of Potomac that's airing right now, she keeps calling it an accident. And like,
I'm going to be vindicated.
Yeah, she keeps saying the allegations. And it's like, girl, it's not allegations, it's criminal charges. But so she was officially sentenced. They tried to give her a plea deal. She didn't take the plea deal. The prosecutor,
in which case she would have only had like 2 months in jail if she would have taken the plea deal.
And now she will at least spend a year behind bars.
You think they'll cut her time down for good behavior? Because I'm always hearing these reports of Jen Shaw, who is from Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. She's in prison right now, and her sentence keeps getting reduced. Do you think maybe Karen will spend like 8 months?
I think so. It's funny. Even my mom, when I was like, "Oh my God, Karen got sentenced," and she's like, "Oh my God, she'll maybe spend 4." Like my mom was like, "Oh, they're not going to keep her back there too long," which. Just so everyone knows, this is her 4th DUI, right? It's not like we had a little oopsie daisies and then learned no. We've had multiple oopsie daisies. And to the judge's point, if I'm this judge and Miss Huger is sitting in front of me and I'm like, girl, you've done this 4 times, you've got to have some consequences for your actions, right? Thank God she hasn't harmed anyone else in these instances. But you got to have some consequences. And right before we started recording, I told Courtney, my concern is obviously her age going behind bars. She's 64. She is very healthy. It looks amazing. As Giselle has famously said, she will not be able to bring her wigs with her, which is very sad for Miss Karen. But I'm really worried about her husband, Ray. Ray is one of my favorite house husbands. He is the sweetest old man. And I love him. I love him. So I'm worried about Ray. I'm worried. To your point, Ray just wants to play pickleball. Ray just wants to play pickleball. And you know what, Maddison? I know that Ray will be very upset, about all of this, but I'm also sure that maybe there's a bit of relief knowing that there won't be cameras all around. Because, Karen won't be filming the next season of Real Housewives of Potomac. And this sort of gives him a little bit of a break. Because he's, older, retired. And, even though this is a sad situation, it is nice to know that, like, Ray will be able to catch his breath a little bit until Karen comes back out. And who knows, what's going to happen career-wise with her. Yeah, so. Yeah, what's going to happen to
I wish Ray the best.
What's going to happen to Dom? Like, I am very curious.
Because I got Wendy candle and it smelled good. Shout out to Onyi. It smelled mad good.
I'm actually not laughing, but hearing you say that when Christian and I were talking about this whole situation, he was like, Ray's probably a little bit relieved that which sounds bad, but it's just because you're right. I don't think at this point, he's like you guys, like mid-70s, like hit close to 80. Sweetest man. He's not wanting to film Maria. And he shows up. You know what? I got to hand it to him. Shows up. He films.
Participates.
He goes and does husband dinners if he needs to. Shows up to every reunion. You know what I mean? He does what he needs to do. But also, too, the fact that he won't have to worry about her. She is going to be somewhere safe for the most part. And he's not going to have to worry about what she's doing at night because there's always rumors that Miss Karen has a boyfriend on the side.
That's true. Yeah.
I do feel for her daughter, for her kids. I literally could not imagine. I cannot imagine.
The world having an opinion on your more mature mother going to prison for her 4th DUI.
But again, it's girl, 4? I really don't have a lot of empathy for people who have that. One time, shit happens, okay? Something didn't, whatever.
My thing is you just got money to call an Uber. That's how I felt about Justin Timberlake. Y'all are both rich. You have the money for an Uber. Girl,
or
call the Uber.
Or a car service. If you don't want to...
Black, bruh.
That's what I'm saying. I understand as a celebrity, maybe you're a little worried about a random person picking you up. But a car... I'm telling you, Courtney, the moment I have the coin, I'm hiring a chauffeur.
Girl, I know.
Hate driving.
Do you really, Maddison?
Oh my God, I hate it. I hate it. Passenger princess.
Why do you hate driving?
I don't know. I prefer not to. It's so funny. All my friends know. They're like, Maddison, I'll pick you up. My love language is when one of my friends will be like, I'll pick you up on the way to dinner. Do you want me to pick you up?
Oh my God, yes.
1,000,000%. Or it's I have my car's a little convertible. So if we're going to the beach or something, my friend Izzy, she'll text me and be like, do you want to go to the beach? I'll drive your car. I'm like, Thank God. It's not the fact that like
Madison.
I don't want to take my car. It's literally the fact that I don't want to drive. Like we can take my car all over LA to drive wherever we want to go.
As long as your ass is driving.
As long as I don't have to drive.
Madison, you are hilarious. I did not realize that you hated driving like that.
I mean, I'll do it. Again, I have to. Obviously, I'm an adult.
You got to go places.
I have to go places. But it is not my preferred. If someone else is driving and I can get in the passenger seat, I will take that opportunity. Or if someone else offers to drive my car, like when my sister comes and we like run errands, my sister drives.
Yeah.
Drives my car.
I feel like that's going to be my little brother when he comes to visit here. Like he's literally going for his like permit test like in a week.
Yeah.
And I'm like.
Well, see, you have an excuse. You're an East Coaster. Perfect, you never needed to learn how to drive. I really have.
Very true.
Yeah. So whatever. So Miss Huger, we wish you nothing but the best. And
absolutely.
I cannot wait till I have coin to hire a chauffeur, and then Courtney, we can literally have as many drinks at happy hour as we want and never have to worry.
Yeah, because I'll be mad when you drive to the happy hour. I said, what you driving for?
Well,
we drinking.
Courtney always gets mad. He's like, because I'll be like, I drove so I can only have one or maybe two. And Courtney's always like, are you serious? I'm like, okay, I'm sorry.
Shit and drinking. Like, what you drive for?
Courtney's like, I'm trying to have 3 or 4, not 1 or 2.
Damn right. There's a new place I found that does $10 martinis. I cannot wait to go.
Okay, that I will Uber to. So I can have more than one. Because a martini, one martini will take my ass out.
We gonna have 5, 6.
You guys, that's why I always stick to shams. I'm like the shams, wine, because I know liquor, you just hits Maddison differently. I don't know why I'm talking about myself in third person. Okay, moving on. Let's talk about, Millie Bobbie Brown. I'm so happy that you put this on the list because people have been dragging her blondes. Even though we know.
She looked a mess.
I know. Well, I was like, what if she just wants to have more fun people? Okay. Let's not drag. She does look a little older. But
that young lady looks a mess.
But she also came onto the scene when she was 12. She's 21 now. Of course she's going to look older.
She looks a mess. That young lady.
Stop.
God bless Millie Bobbie MBB.
MBB.
But young lady, I think that you need an image consultant.
Well, we know why. We know why she might be looking this way. She's rumored to be playing Britney Spears in Britney's biopic. Are you not happy about this? She wanted to.
Smells.
She's like openly talked about it.
No, I don't accept. I don't want that. I don't want Millie Bobbie Brown anywhere near Britney Spears' anything.
Really?
Unless it's like a parody on SNL.
Oh my God, I wasn't against it. I was like, okay,
I'm not so sure
girl.
I'm a fan of Millie Bobbie Brown's acting, to be honest. I'm not convinced.
Okay.
I don't know who I want, but I think it should be somebody we don't know.
I was going to say the House of Hill, a lot of people want Tate McRae or like Addison Rae.
I'm more on board with either of those two options than Millie Bobbie Brown.
I like
Tate
that.
McRae, I gotta see her do something acting wise first before I
feel like Millie is talented and she's expressed interest in wanting to play this role before. She didn't.
And Britney said, hell no.
I know, and Britney got mad. She's like, I'm not dead. And we were like, okay, girl, you don't have to be dead to have a biopic.
She said, don't make me get these knives out, girl. Don't play with me. But
there was also, too, a report talking about Millie and possibly playing Britney that had sources have said, John M. Chi wants Britney pretty heavily involved, obviously, in the movie based on her book, but that she's a little difficult because she's changing her mind constantly. So I'm like, Millie could be playing Britney today, and who knows who's going to be playing Britney next week.
Dove Cameron tomorrow, girl. Dove Cameron tomorrow. Yeah. How about this? Maybe if Millie Bobbie Brown is chosen, I would need to see like a clip, a trailer, a audition, something. Yeah, I'm just not
Courtney's
convinced.
like, let me see
she doesn't have the edge yet,
Let me see the screen test. I'm not buying it.
Yeah, let me see the screen test, girl. With Ariana and Cynthia, we see their little screen test and they were giving. Even we got to see the chemistry test online of Keke Palmer and SZA from their movie, One of Them Days, and Maddison. Like the chemistry, that's what made the movie great. Was one, SZA is an exceptional actress, and two, the chemistry between her and Keke. It was like it felt like the movie wasn't even scripted.
Right. That's how it should feel. That's how it should feel. I literally love Keke Palmer. First of all the press they did for that movie was so funny.
Yeah. And it was worth
funny.
it, Maddison. I saw the movie twice. It was that good.
My God. And I've always loved her. And I'm so glad that I feel like more people are catching on to how amazing she is. You know, I kind of feel like she's having like another moment. People are like, oh my God, Keke Palmer's hilarious. I'm like, yeah, where have you guys been?
I'm like, where you guys been? Keke Palmer been talented, beautiful, and like funny. Like I really
and calling it like it is. Like she's been doing that for years. But I feel like a new generation is finally taking notice, and thank God, because we would be best friends with her. I know we would.
I passionately agree.
We would go and get drinks with her and literally have the best time.
I just want to just shoot the shit.
That's how I feel too. Like, I just want to have a good snack, have some beverages, and I just know we would be having a time. So, Keke, call us.
Keke, please give me a call, girl.
Please,
DMs are open.
We're ready. Now, someone who I actually don't care to have drinks with. Oh, never mind, can't because she's not legal age. Ooh. Alabama Barker, Bhad Bhabie, Courtney. This feud is so funny to me.
Break the feud down.
Okay, it's so funny. So essentially it all started, they've been going at it on social media for a couple weeks now, I would say. It all started, Bhad Bhabie accused Alabama Barker of coming for her baby daddy. Alabama Barker says, he pursued me. I didn't come for him. And pretty much since then, they've been going back and forth on social media. Like Bhad Bhabie went and got a blonde wig, was like doing Alabama's gestures. Alabama, I think, tried to release a little diss track to Bhad Bhabie, but it did not hit. But it really came to a head this week because Bhad Bhabie released a music video for her
I did see that
diss track that she wrote to Alabama called Miss Whitman, which is after Patricia Arquette's character in True Romance, who Alabama is named after. And the diss track, well, you heard it. I mean, the
girlies love it.
She went for Alabama. Okay, first of all, if someone was rapping about how my kitty cat stank, I would be hurling myself off the balcony. Like she really ended her. She like made fun of her being hospitalized for alleged nicotine withdrawal, which Alabama denied, but okay. She also, Courtney caught a stray. She had a line in there about your stepmom's burnt out, why she took her sister secondhand. Because remember, Travis was like, oh, I used to have a crush on Kim. And that was a whole bit for a while. Kanye got dragged into it because she sampled Kanye's Carnival for the song. And then she tried to post on social, kind of acting like Kanye might be featured on a remix. And so then Kanye made a social media video and was like, I talked to Travis. I am not in the midst of a feud. People, AI, they're always putting my voice on something. He's like, I did give her permission to sample because I give everyone permission to sample, but I'm not trying to, cause any trouble with Alabama. It's just not something I had on my 2025 bingo card, but I feel like Bhad Bhabie ended Alabama Barker.
My thing is this, Maddison, and community in Madison, D Hill, y'all can correct me if I'm wrong. Doesn't Bhad Bhabie have cancer? Like, she is like out here snatching a wig, and man, we need you to be focusing on your health.
So that is true.
Is that the truth or no? Am I crazy?
No. I mean, that was put out to the public. It feels a little housewivesy, and in the Housewives universe, sometimes when the C word gets brought up, the detectives come out, and it's giving that just a skosh. Just
gotcha.
A skosh. But hopefully, I mean, she seems healthy, thank God. Thank God. I mean, in the music video, she's twerking on a Travis Barker lookalike, so
that doesn't give I'm sick.
Yeah, I hope she is on the mend and she's feeling better. And again, I thought the diss track was...
Madison said I shook my ass to it.
I mean,
she said I might have repeat when I was walking on the treadmill.
I might have had to pause Chicago PD a couple times just to play that back. You know what I mean? She got her. And you know what?
She said maybe the baby is bad. Damn.
I was like, you've come a long way since Dr. Phil. I'm proud of you, honestly. Snaps to Bhad Bhabie. She got my stream. You know who's not getting my stream? Katy Perry. You know who is? Bhad Bhabie. Okay.
Madison. Now, what are you talking about? Now, see, now I'm activated. Madison, now, just to let you know. No, hang on, because this is a true story. I looked yesterday, literally 24 hours ago, at the Katy Perry floor seats. Now, her stage is like like the infinity sign because I'm getting ready for us to go see the tour. Her stage is the infinity sign. Now we could have spots in one of the two infinities, or she's got like two pockets that's like on either side. So whenever you're ready to look,
how much are they? How much are they?
I don't want to tell you.
Yeah, because girl, no. I will be waiting for the tickets to not sell, and that way the floor seats go down because we know they're not selling.
Katy Perry only want $324 American US dollars.
That's got to go down if I'm going to go see Katy Perry.
Madison's like, that's 4 times the amount of price I want to pay for Katy Perry.
I'm like, girl, let's wait till you have to cancel a couple of those dates. And then that's when I'll swoop in.
Wait till she cancels some dates. Madison. She's not going to cancel. Her tickets are selling. Community, are you going to see Katy Perry? Please tell us in the comments.
Not what I heard. Not what the sources are saying. The sources are saying her team is quaking.
Me, you, your sister, and Christian. Let's go see Katy Perry for $324.
Like, Courtney. That's what he always. Courtney.
He'll be like, I'll go if I can throw a drink in Madison's face.
That's what he'll say. He'll say, if I get it and go for free. Christian's always like, if you get it paid for us, I'll go. I'm like, okay. We're currently working on trying to get a free trip to Paris, so he'll go to France again. I'm like, okay. Just a small ask. Sure. We'll add Katy Perry.
Catherine, we're coming. We're ready.
Maybe if she has Bhad Bhabie featured on stage, I'll think about it.
Not bad.
I'm kidding. I wouldn't.
Bless her heart.
I wouldn't pay to see Bhad Bhabie either. But I do love drama, and I do stand some pettiness. And I just this guy gave me a giggle this week. It did. It gave me a giggle.
The girlies are fighting. You know, when Nicki and Megan are quiet, this is what we have left. So hey.
Yeah, I know. Wow, we've come a long way.
A really long.
Oh, how the mighty have fallen. Okay, let's go move on really quick, just because we're talking about Kardashian adjacent stuff. Have you heard this Mason Disick theory?
I
rumor?
Have not.
Oh my God. It's so funny. I even had another friend text me about it last night to be like, is Mason Disick a father? I was like, oh my God, this is actually spreading.
Like the child?
So yeah, he's 15. So there's Courtney. There's this crazy rumor going around right now that Mason Disick fathered a child who is now a little older than 1 years old, allegedly a daughter named Piper. And people are coming up with this theory, this rumor, based on an Instagram account that they think was like his private family only, friends only account. You know how celebrities allegedly have those, like a burner account, so to speak. And on this Instagram account, someone who they believe to be Mason Disick was talking about how, you know, he had this failed protection baby. The mother is a girl from his art class. Again, she's one, whatever. That would mean that Mason would have had to impregnate this girl when he was like 13, a little older than 13.
Ooh.
I don't want to believe that 13-year-olds are getting 13-year-olds pregnant. You know?
Well,
I know it's possible. Biologically,
I was going to say,
possible.
Biologically, it's possible. Realistically, I'm not so sure.
It feels crazy.
It feels a little outrageous.
Yeah.
And also, why would Mason talk about it online?
Now, I will say, remember...
knowing his family's relationship with the internet.
Remember 2020? Remember 2020 Mason?
When he was on TikTok?
He was going on TikTok spilling all the family's business. So I do think he has a sense of entitlement, which we saw briefly back then, and I'm sure it's only gotten bigger now that he's older.
Yeah.
But even for me, I'm like, given the fact he's entitled, given the fact he probably doesn't have a lot of discipline, given the fact he kind of walks around with this attitude of like, my mom's Kourtney Kardashian and my dad's Scott Disick, I'm rich, so what? It still feels crazy to me that this could have happened. And also too that there wouldn't be some kind of agreement in place of like, we're never talking about this publicly.
And that is also why I'm kind of like, I feel like if this were to happen, we would know about it.
Yeah.
Because they would make sure that young lady was mute for the rest of her life.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
So that's something that people are talking about. First of all, this is what I said to my friend too. I said, it icks me out that I am now old enough that Mason Disick is possibly sexually active.
Like, yeah, I didn't realize he was like a high schooler.
I mean, this would also mean that he would have gotten someone pregnant even before going into high school.
Sheesh.
Like,
yikes. Somebody call Courtney, girl, not me.
No. Ew.
Wow.
Yeah. Anywho, so here's the thing. I obviously am not buying into this. I also hope it's not true because no teenagers, no matter how wealthy their parents are, should be parents.
Yeah.
Period. Okay.
Make sure y'all are using protection.
You're a baby yourself. Well, yeah, as he said, the failed protection baby. I can't lie, does sound like Mason Disick verbiage. That sounds like something a little douche would say. It does.
Maddison, you silly as hell.
I know. I'm a douche for calling a 15-year-old a douche. Like, I fully take responsibility for that. But like,
failed protection baby.
Yeah,
I don't like that term.
I don't like that. That makes my tummy hurt. Like, it does. I feel icky even saying it, to be honest. Okay, I actually was like, let's move on, but it's another icky topic. Talking about Diddy, but this is some tea though, and I'm glad you put this in there because I'm very curious how you feel about it. So Diddy, one of his attorneys filed a motion to withdraw from representing him in his federal sex trafficking racketeering case, Anthony Rico. And it's a big deal because we're now a little less than 3 months out from starting the trial. So him filing this motion to be, withdrawn is huge. He stated he can no longer effectively serve as counsel. He didn't provide any reasons why, because he says those are protected by attorney-client privilege. But we know it's bad enough that he said, I cannot do it. I cannot do it. I think it has to be clear. Morally, something's not right with this guy.
I was going to say, what did Diddy do? What could he have possibly found for him to be like, you know what, actually, y'all good.
I can't sit up there.
That's not good.
No.
It's not good, Maddison. I don't think Diddy's coming out of prison.
No, and this guy has been a defense attorney for years. I don't know if this is true, but I saw stuff on social media that were like, he was representing Osama bin Laden for a case. And like, I don't know. That feels like some crazy internet stuff. But regardless, as a defense attorney, if 3 months before trial, you're filing to say morally, well, he didn't say morally, but filing to say I've got to withdraw. Obviously, I can't tell you why attorney-client privilege, but that tells me that there's something morally not sitting right with you, that you cannot cash the checks anymore. You cannot sit up there in front of a judge and a jury of your peers and with a straight face defend this man who is pleading his innocence. It has to be bad. It has to be bad.
Especially after all these documentaries have like come out about the case. I'm sure maybe he put some pieces together, speculation, not confirmation. But like, why would you even want to? I'm glad that he dropped Diddy's behind. I was
going to say, honestly, it makes me respect this man 10 times more because I feel like defense attorneys kind of get a bad rap, right? People look at defense attorneys saying, oh my God, you're making all this money by sometimes trying to get guilty people off, depending on the situation. And the fact that this guy finally took a step back to be like, I can't do it. Which also now makes me side-eye the people who are still defending him, though.
Yeah, because he still has like a team of attorneys. So like
the guy who keeps doing all the interviews, he's still on. And him withdrawing is not going to delay the case. They don't want it delayed. They want it to keep going.
My birthday gift. Let's get it going.
Happy birthday. Cinco de Courtney.
Lock him up. Lock him up.
Literally.
A monster.
I know. So something to keep an eye on. I wonder if any more attorneys will drop between now and May. We'll see.
Oh, girl. Diddy, you done did it.
Which it feels right that we're going from this to this. So can we talk about the Biebs, Courtney?
What's going on with Justin?
What is going on? So this week was really crazy because at the beginning of the week, we had, his rep speaking to TMZ saying he's not on drugs. He's the happiest he's ever been. He's had a very transformative year this year, cutting off some friendships and business relationships, no longer serving him. These narratives about his mental and physical health are so false and salacious, and people just like continuing these narratives. And then I thought it was funny at the end of that, the rep goes, but, really what's going on is he's just sleep deprived. He's just not sleeping well because he's in the studio late at night and he's taking care of his newborn son. I'm like, I don't think Justin Bieber is waking up with the child at 2 a.m. That feels like we have a night nanny, but okay, whatever. That's what the rep is saying. I'll respect it. Then a couple days later, he posts that Instagram video, which I know you've seen it. Mm-hmm. He's in the studio, he's eating the popcorn, him and the guy, rapping to the word hi, which to me, that's not that big of a deal. I just look at his appearance more so, and I'm like, okay, maybe he's not using a substance, but he also just, I didn't see that video and think, you know what, Justin Bieber looks so happy. He's in the happiest place of his life.
It was reminding me of when we were at our old job and I think it was like maybe he had like a series coming out or something like that, or YouTube original or something coming out, and he was like sickly, and Haley was like coming out in the report saying that she was taking care of him. Do you remember that time?
Yeah, and he was doing the hyperbaric chamber. And stuff.
And he was like looking sickly then. This is like what he looks like now reminds me of then, but I feel like he got better in between those two periods, unless I'm remembering wrong.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we've seen an obvious decline in appearance the past 4 months, in my opinion. Like, I feel like we did see an improvement, and then it's kind of been this like slow decline sliding back into that. And look, I know Justin is a troll. Like, Justin has a sense of humor. He is impulsive. There is a chance that he saw people talking about this and being like, I fly high like a magpie, like, and thinking like, oh my God, this is hilarious. I'm in on the bit. Yeah. But for me, if I'm Haley, I'm not for this situation, because I'm like, okay, people are already saying this. And part of the reason why they're saying this is how you were acting at my event, right? As the supportive husband. Mm-hmm. We had to put out this statement telling everyone, as a father, you are not on drugs.
He was just aggressive with the paparazzi.
Yeah. And now 2 days later, you're being like, LOL, high like a magpie. And you look not great. Like, I would be upset. I would just be like, now's not the time to joke.
He said, I would be upset.
Now's not the time to joke. For me.
Yeah, because it's kind of like drumming up negative publicity. And is there a song coming? Because if not, then what is the song
what are we doing? I almost wish you would be like, high as a magpie, March 1st. And then I'd be like, okay, y'all.
At least we know something's coming.
Clown nose is on, like he was playing us. But it's not giving that. I don't know.
I hope that if anything that he's okay.
1 million
I want this to be the truth, but it just doesn't sound right.
I also
him being in the studio and the up all night with the baby, like.
Which I've been saying for me for a while. My theory has been that he's been reevaluating some of his friendships, relationships, because we keep hearing, the money's not moneying how it should be. He's unfollowed so many people who he previously worked with. To me, it was adding up that he's been doing a lot of reevaluating. Maybe he feels like some people screwed him over. Maybe these new business managers have been like, you should not have signed that. You should be getting XYZ, not ABC, And that stress would weigh on you, right? Logically. Think of like you've worked, for 20 years towards something and you don't feel like you have as much to show for it as you should. I would probably have some bags under my eyes as well.
Yeah, because how do you make that money back?
Right. Which, again, you get in the studio, you get back to work, you do what you need to do. But I do think something is going on, right? I think this narrative of like, he's just in the studio and a new dad.
That's only a piece. That's only a part of the story, if anything.
I agree.
You know what I mean? Oof.
And I hope and I've said this, I don't think do I think he's sliding back into his old habits? No. Do I think he's smoking some weed, doing some edibles? Yes. But those are illegal. Those are legal.
Sure.
And he's openly posted about that. Like he is doing that on his social media. That is not illegal for him to do. Whether or not some people think he should be, that's not our place to say.
Yeah.
I'm just saying as far as like hardcore things, I don't think he's doing that.
Yeah, I don't think he is either. Maybe he's just in a bad physical state right now.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll see him start to glow again within a month.
I hope so. I hope so. I hope you're right.
Aww.
I love that.
Feel better, Justin.
Feel better, Justin. Put out High Like a Magpie on March 1st, and I will publicly say I was
Not
wrong.
March 1st. You said we need it ASAP.
Well, I'm just saying, if you want me to, again, be distracted, I need it. Okay, Courtney, let's go ahead and move on to our final segment and
put it in the teapot.
Okay, what I want to put in the teapot this week is, especially because we have the Oscars coming up, can we please leave Selena alone? There has been so much discourse surrounding her appearance, especially after the SAG Awards. People were saying all of these crazy things about her, how she looks so different from last year. She's on Ozempic. She got a facelift. The things people are saying are crazy. And here's the thing. Maybe Selena did do Ozempic. And if she did, who cares? Who cares? It's an anti-inflammatory. It's fine. But also, too, I think people need to remember she's been so open and honest, almost more transparent than she needs to be about lupus and about her medications and how her weight fluctuates and how she has water retention. So I'm just so confused how we can continue this narrative when it comes to Selena Gomez. She's damned if she's too thick. She's damned if she looks too thin. It's annoying. I'm over it. Let the girl mother effing live. Even Taylor Lautner, and I am not Team Jacob, I'm Team Edward for life, defended this girl on his Instagram story. So just a reminder, please, let's let it rest. Let it die. Okay? Leave Selena alone.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
Yeah,
I'm just so
Selena
annoyed by that.
Alone. Yeah, I don't understand the appeal of like being all over Selena Gomez, like in terms of like a negative way, like how the internet is always like picking with her. It's kind of annoying.
I mean, people were posting so many side by sides. I'm like, you guys, okay, we get it. She looked thicker last year. For sake. I mean,
like who cares?
Who cares? And that's my thing. People being like, Ozempic. I'm like, we live in LA. Ozempic is literally as easy to get
ads
as
were playing during the Super Bowl. Like,
you know what I mean? It's just like, I'm over the like shaming around it. I'm over using that as like a negative thing towards people. If you have the money and you want to do it and your doctors say it's okay, okay.
As long as you're taking care of your health, with use. Then,
exactly. And that's what
it's really no one's business to begin with.
No, but people love to bring it up. I'm like, dear God, this girl, literally, you guys complain if she's too thick and now you're complaining she's too thin.
Just miserable.
If I'm Selena, I'm like, what do you want from me? Let me know what weight you would want. And actually, I don't care. I wouldn't do that.
Period.
So, Benny thinks I'm hot and that's my man. And he put a ring on it and that's all that matters.
She about to be a wife.
Literally. Who cares? For
this week's Put It in the Teapot, I would like to remind everyone that I know to go to work. I just have found that, I'm a creator and, I have to really, put the pedal to the metal when it comes to like finding work and being consistent. But the reason why I've been able to be a creator for so long is because I go to work. I think that there are people that go on reality TV just so they can not go to work because maybe they have the perception that everything is handed to them. And that's why you see like a lot of my peers anyway, like they go back to their jobs because they don't want to work. So if you're going to be in a creative field, even if you're not, if you want to stay where you are, if you want to stay in LA and pay for your apartment and pay for all of the wonderful things that this life has to offer you, you need to be able to look yourself in the mirror and say, okay, what are some things that I can accomplish today? And I want you to go to work.
Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Courtney,
I'm going to take my ass to work.
There's a lot of things that people can say about us. But one thing that no one could ever say is that we don't work hard. And that's the tea. And I feel like you especially are such a great example of taking an opportunity and using that opportunity to feed your bigger goals, not lean on that opportunity to have things just fall at your feet.
Yes.
Because you saw
and
the circle as an opportunity.
yes. And people may dislike me for it. But this was always part of the plan, was to get some sort of amazing once in a lifetime opportunity. And once I catch the ball, I run with it. And I've been running ever since. So
and I think
you listening run too.
I think it's funny too. The biggest haters are always the ones saying, Courtney, can you help me with my social media?
Well.
And that's the tea. And I know you won't say it, so I will.
I'm an example.
And if anyone
that I can be confident.
If anyone comes for Courtney, they come for me. And let me
be nice to me.
That's why I do love. It is always funny sometimes when Courtney and I go to events together, and we know maybe some people are going to be there who have maybe said a few things. It's like we just have the most fun in our own corner, drinking, giggling, and I know we're making people sweat because they're like, "Oh my god." They're just, and it's like, yeah, we actually don't care.
It's not even that big of a deal.
We literally don't. No. You're sweating about us, and we're having drinks and eating snacks. Like that's the tea, and that's
actually so genuinely catching up.
Yeah, I love it. Nothing makes me happier. Okay, sorry.
Me too, Madison. You're silly.
You guys, make sure to send us put it in the Teapot submissions at toastedteapot@gmail.com. You can also DM us on Instagram. Comment down below. We want to hear from you, especially now that we're into the new year. Life has probably been lifing. Remember, it can be celeb-related or life-related. We just want to hear from the community. That is why we have this segment. That is why we love this segment. This has been such a fun episode back. We're so happy to return. You guys, make sure you follow us on all social media at ToastedTeaPod. Make sure you're subscribing where you're listening, subscribing to the YouTube channel, all of the things. You can follow me at I am Maddison Hill on Instagram and TikTok, and YouTube, and Snapchat, Maddison and 93, all the places.
And threads.
Oh my God, Courtney, thank you. You're right. I've been threading a little bit more.
I saw.
I've been really. I even threaded last night randomly. I was like, I need to work out for these bachelor parties. I was like, I hope Courtney sees this and he is proud of me for trying.
I have been seeing your effort towards threads. I love it, girl. Keep thread on.
I'm trying.
You guys can follow me on Instagram at Courtney Revolution and on Snapchat and TikTok and essentially everywhere else at Court Revolution.
Yes, we love you, community. Thanks for hanging. Bye, guys.
Bye.